Hello, hello. This is RimWorld. This is a game that I've been wanting to do a series on. So I thought, why not? The scenario that I'm going to go with is just crash landed, log standard. It's what I usually play with. It's what I'm most comfortable with, and it's a good starting point. For the storyteller, I'm going to pick Randy Random. On losing is fun difficulty. And reload anytime just in case. If something bad happens and everybody dies, I won't reload a previous save, but just in case. This is the world I've chosen. Um, with higher than average rainfall and a bit colder temperatures. Just have a colder swamp here, a bit of a harder challenge maybe. And I like to play with population set to sparse or thereabouts, just because usually it's not that big of a deal. There's enough people where it doesn't really matter, and I like to have the full map. So global coverage is set to 100. And seed is meat master. Here's where I've chosen to live. You can see up in the top what the map is going to look like. I like to live in sort of a rocky area just because it's fun to dig into the rocks, like I'm playing Dwarf Fortress or something. And I like the way the terrain looks. I'm choosing a colder area, just, like I said earlier, for a bit of extra challenge. Now it's on to the characters. The three of you awake in your crypto-sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely escape the pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on an unknown RimWorld as pieces of the shredded starship fall around you. You start making plans to survive. And here's our stretch of land. We have some small chunks of fertile land and some fairly defensible areas, especially over here and up here. These two are very good. This is good too. So, usually when I play this game, I spend a whole lot of time deliberating over the pawns. There's uranium right there. It's not really super useful right now, but it might be later. Making sure they have the perfect stats and they're the perfect pawns or whatever. But this time, I did the complete opposite. I just chose at random the pawns that the game gave me, and these are the three pawns that I have. So we have Anayo, who, if we look at their skills, they are not a good shot, not really good at fighting, not really good at constructing, great at mining, good at cooking, amazing at planting. They're great with animals, and then they're just very well rounded. We have Albert or Zeltara, who's really good at punching and not great at healing people. Really good at talking, and then familiar with intellectual. That's like researching and stuff. But they cannot do any dumb labor, so they can't clean, they can't haul, and they can't do any skilled labor either, which is really unhelpful. Oh, I forgot about stats also. Anayo is a psychopath. Zeltara is beautiful and a brawler, so people like them, and they're good at punching. And then Pam, can't really shoot good, can't really punch good, can build, that's really useful, can mine, good. Cooking is somewhat familiar, that's, dangerous. They can plant, they can take care of animals, kind of, and then nothing really else. They're an undergrounder, so they're happier underground, and they don't need to, or they need to be indoors, but they don't need to be outdoors. They're greedy and abrasive. So those are the pawns we're stuck with. Let's get to it. First thing that we're gonna need is shelter, obviously. There's some caves over here that wouldn't be the worst. There's also this building over here, which could be... Oh my god, that's a field of guinea pigs. Oh. Huh. That's strange. There's a field of guinea pigs. What other kind of animals is there? There's also a field of muffalo. This is actually pretty useful. Muffalo can be used as herd animals. So what we could do is we could build a big... Oh, those are bugs. Uh-oh. So we are going to want to steer clear of there. We might be able to get away with building over here. Though being this close is not really the best idea. Actually, I think this might be the perfect spot for a starter base, if you want to call it that. So I will just, everyone let them do their stuff. Let's see. Who needs what? Albert, you can have that knife. You cannot shoot, can you? No. Neither can you. So, here you go. There you go. That's a stat that we must get up. I just realized that we essentially have no way of defending ourselves, which is not awesome. But we'll get there. Just gonna put down some... actually, let me think about where I'm gonna put the base. Okay, I do actually think I will put the base over here. Or actually here. I think right here is perfect. Because then we have this here. There's a bear. Interesting. We have this geyser, which will be very useful later. And there's this field of guinea pigs. And we're not super close to these bugs down here. So I'm just going to build a simple little base. Okay. This is the little starter base I set up. You know, 3 rooms, as big as you can make them, really. Or as small as you can make them, really. And then a little secondary room with a research bench and a table, just so people don't get mad, and we can continue to progress. Not much better than a prison, and these rooms eventually probably will become a prison, depending on our future. It's something, and you need something to start with. After we get this built, which is very important, especially I will say, what? Yeah, get to doing that. Right. What the fuck kind of word? What? Paroy. Oh. Made a comment about bitter foods. Okay, strange. Paroy. Oh my god. I've forgotten how to say this word. Prioritize. There we go. That was embarrassing. Just so you, my friend, can get to research it, because I need you to do that. The first thing you usually want to research, I'm going to start researching microelectronics, just because it's going to take forever. So chop, get to it. Yeah, that's the hole you're going to be living in forever. This bit is going to take a while, so I'm going to speed it up. Eventually, it'll be smart to... I mean, we're going to have to start a farm. Especially, even with, you know, a relatively small amount of people, it's important to... why aren't you working? Construct. Yes, it's important for you to construct, even if you can't do it good. Because just like in real life, the only way to get good at things is to do the things. We also, I think, want to basically brick this up and build a cooler. Because they're very, very important to have at the start of the game. If I can find the wall tool. I'm actually going to build them out of steel to begin with. Can you make that bed? You cannot make that bed. How strange. I bet you we don't have any wood. Probably. So what I'm gonna have them do is chop wood. Yep. Here you go. Get to chopping. What? That's taking you no time. And after that, make that bed. Oh, not you. Don't make that bed. Unless, did I just make you? Yeah, okay, make that bed. And they're in the dark right now, which is gonna make them mad, but kind of just have to live with it. We have meals. Is that how long it's gonna last for? I don't know. I wanna just, while I can, the roof over here. Actually, I'm gonna do that because there's that silver deposit there, or uranium, not silver, definitely not silver, and that's important to get. I want another door. This will be a big, nice cooler eventually. Yep, getting more traders. You're sleeping outdoors. That was a weird last thing to do. Okay, and that's the end of day 1. Need warm clothes. That is actually very important. Do we have anybody to craft? This is a great place to be starting from. We do, but only kind of. I wonder, are there any animals that won't fight back too bad when we try and shoot them? Let's try shooting a male and a female ibex doe. That couldn't go bad. Oh, what was that? Oh, I see. A grizzly bear is definitely a fun thing to be working around. Recreation variety. This is true. I forgot about this. Recreation is very important for your pawns. I hate it when they have no games to play. Especially when no game's on their phone. How long is that? Why are we still building this chat? Why is it taking that long? Okay. Awesome. Just let that ibex run away. Let's see. Okay. Let's get closer, just because we can't shoot at all. Get right there. Fire at the ibex. Oh my god. I'm calling it an ibex, but it's an ibex. Okay. Fire at the doe. There we go. Perfect. Oh, no, go. Oh yeah, we have nowhere to put this. Right. So, I said that I was going to make this the cooler, but it's not really good to have the cooler in a place like that. So, I'm going to put it... Where's a smart location that'll be expandable? Okay, let's put it... actually, let's put it right here. My plan is to turn this into farm space, and when you have farm space, what you can do is you can put turbines, if I can find them, they're in power, and that allows for the better space efficiency. So essentially you just build a big box with a box off of it, like that, and then a long doorway. That's too wide. With a big long doorway with lots of doors. I fucked that up. That's, I don't usually do it that way, but that's how I'm gonna do it this time. And then... if I can find it, production, You put a butcher table inside and a stove. Might be smarter to do a fueled stove for now. Cold snap. Oh, that's awful. Okay. Can you do anything? You could hunt, but no, you can't do anything. Okay. Well, I'm gonna put a hand tailoring bench in there. I'm gonna put a stockpile here. And this will be for... That's where our food will go. Bring the ibex closer. Now, no, actually, continue to shoot at it, please. No, continue. No, shoot at the ibex. No, shoot at the ibex. There you go. You're not gonna take it home? We didn't take either ibex home? Can you haul? Uh-oh. Bio. Okay, we can haul, so I don't know why we're not taking that ibex home. We will, I think, once I want to have torches in each room. Hopefully that'll let... It produces a small amount of heat, so people won't be sleeping in the cold, which is helpful. Okay. These are starting to deteriorate. I would be having a minor break risk also if I was in your position. It's colder indoors. Or it's warmer indoors though, so that's nice. Nobody's happy. I wouldn't be either. Let's see. Temperature. Basically all the same everywhere. One nice thing is eventually we can get some wooden floors in. You know, just boom. And that'll make people just a little happier. This is where we're gonna put our farm eventually when we make it. Oh, people are talking. Needs defense. This is true. Chattered about poker. Poker's something we can eventually make, like a little poker table, and it's pretty nice. One thing that I need to do is add another stockpile. This. Like that. And then disallow everything. Hypothermia. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's see if we can make a fire or a heater in here. Not here. Here, yes. Campfire. Okay. Right towards that. We need you to haul that. And then where's the other ibex? Somewhere around here. There. Right, so I was moving that one. Okay. Now there's a fire in there, which is going to be useful. Oh yeah, and then I want to really hope that hypothermia doesn't get too high. Don't allow either of those. Don't allow foods. And then other stuff is fine. Medical treatment needed. How come? Oh, frostbite. Cool. Okay, well, I'm gonna have her butcher this. Or I'm gonna have her actually just like stand in this room. Because hypothermia bad. Oh, hey, guinea pig. Damn you, guinea pig. With all your... just, fur. What's your creature? Do that forever. Never stop. Always do it. You... yeah, go do that. And then after that, use the butcher table. And then I'm gonna have Done make... you know, that's not a safe place for our meat. I'm gonna have Done make parkas, because she's the only person who can tailor. So it's important for her to do that. Tailoring... and then I believe the parka, if I view parka, every item has different stats, and it insulates to 30 degrees. So I'm gonna have her make 3 parkas. Just because, you know, it's good to have clothes that won't let you freeze to death. Thank you, Pam. Oh, we need 80 fabric. Okay. Probably just make 1, too. Okay. I'll have her hunt a couple of these. Hopefully it doesn't get... hopefully it's not too late, is my main thought. We do not have any wood again? We don't. All of these trees can go eventually. Cut that tree down. How many does it take to build a wall light? Not that many. Hold that. Oh man, it's so annoying that you have to wait for that every time. And I still can't make this damn wall light. Oh. Yeah, I can't make the wall light. How come? I think what I'm instead gonna do is just build a fire in her room, which is not a risk of anything. Totally. Everyone gets a fire, you especially. There we go. Now you can sleep in the heat and not freeze to death. Wow. 30 degrees Celsius. That is one. Hypothermia. Actually, I'm gonna have her sleep in there for tonight. Might be nice to just make, like, communal bed spaces. Don't clean her barracks. This isn't your bed tonight. Sleep. I guess move this bed is what I want you to do. And then that's your bed. Oh, no, no. Please move the bed. No. Move the bed. Okay. That's good. I might just tear this wall down. No, I don't think actually they like having... yeah, I don't think they like sleeping multiple. Ready to impress... who has an impressive bedroom? Him? Oh, yeah, I guess it's less than 10% awful. Ooh, because he has an excellent bed. Okay, actually, yeah. Since you're greedy, you can have that bed. Reinstall there. And then make that his bed. One thing that I should have done earlier is install vents. Well, I should have done overwall vents, not that kind of vent. Just, boom, boom. Okay. These won't rot too fast, but they will rot eventually, which is bad. The main problem is just this guy doesn't do anything besides this. Intelligence is good, but when it's all you can do, it's annoying. Remember that I need her to... Are you still dying of frostbite? Yes. Okay, I'm actually gonna have you prioritize killing. How do I get you to drop that? Here, drop. Equip that. Okay. That is better. Now let's find these ibexes and go hunt. Oh, that ibex just left the map. That's cool. Let's see, what gear do you have? Yeah, you just have a shirt that's made out of synth thread. That's not going to be enough for you to survive. Okay. Shoot. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Now, I want you to haul that. One step closer to not freezing to death. Needs medical treatment. Okay. No. No, don't do that. Yeah, do that. 57 leather. I'm not sure how much... Can I... Who's the doctor? Is it you? Sure. Can I treat? No. I need to set up this place as best as I can. It really sucks only having 2 people who are good at this. Don't make that a wall. Concrete is pretty necessary because it's more sterile, to my knowledge. So while you can have this be dirt, you want that to be... Oh. Inspired recruitment. Well, if we ever get a prisoner, if a raider comes and doesn't, like, just murder us immediately, then that could be useful. Yeah, I also definitely need to make this one big building instead of being what it is now. I think if I, like, almost like an Italian villa, I guess, just build like a wall there, and then there. And now that should leave us with a base that... No, don't build that. I just realized that that's foolish. When I could just do this. That's 3 doors. Jeez, I can't believe I'm messing this up so much. And then just, how big is this? Okay. Do that, I guess. Having them play outside is whatever. Okay. Gun is fully healed. They don't like being in like a really hot room and sleeping, but I don't think I care. Oh, an ambrosia sprout. Ambrosia's good because it's like you can use it for glitterwood, I think. It's a good healing item. Oh, that fire just went out. Okay. Then this should become fully indoors. And then what I can do is essentially have it so this guy never has to step outside. Then I can move his desk over so it can work in peace. Move it into this room. It would look a bit like that. Oh. Since it looks like you'll be here for a while, Dunn thinks that you should give your faction a name. What should your faction be called? And then Dunn suggests Tendalore. Dunn also thinks you should give the settlement a name. What should your settlement be called? I think I'm going to call the faction the Incompetent Survivors. Yep. And then for the town name, I think I'm going to call it... Actually, Buttvermeer is a funny name. So I'm going to keep it Buttvermeer. Yeah. Alright. Looks like we're getting our our cooking area almost done. Why is it so hot inside? Oh, I guess it's hot outside as well. I need to get a cooler built as soon as possible. Passive cooler. It's important that you build that cooler. There we go. And now that should cool to however cool it can get the room to be. I have no clue how that works, but hopefully it does. There's also a fox inside. Can we get that guy out of there? Now we have a kitchen, which means that we won't starve to death. And also, oh, new lovers. Oh, wow. Pam tried to attract Albert by boasting about her own animal tending ability. Albert was attracted and now is Pam's lover. Pam and Albert now want to sleep together. Consider assigning them a double bed. Okay, well. That is an interesting turn of events. I'd have to make an entirely new bed for the both of them. Maybe... Yeah, I should do that. Good for them, I guess. I'll have them deconstruct this bed. Nobody gonna refuel that fire. Ah, goddammit, he'll never do hauling. Refill that. Okay. Once you're done doing that, should refill your fire. Make it as toasty as possible. But we're just gonna let him. Actually, you know what? Tame that man. He has the guts. So it'd be good to put an animal box there. How are we doing? You were dying of hypothermia the other day, so how are you doing? We're good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's the 11th. We've been surviving for 5 days. Looks like this is a good place to stop. We haven't gotten super far. We basically just established ourselves, but I think we did good. Next episode will be in a few days. I don't know. Next episode, I'm gonna try and get power, so we don't have to have all these campfires, and also hope all our food won't go bad. I also want to make sure that I level up Dunn's shooting skill, because I've decided that she's basically the only good shooter. Or she will be our good shooter. That'll take some time. I will see you next time.